Hi, it's Debbie Williams again, and I want to talk about the fifth track of my recording. As you can see, it's quite a comprehensive recording, which you can download the whole thing for £19. I'm a bit obsessive about giving tremendous value and as much as I can. I say my recordings are like having one session with me, but the beauty is that you have them recorded so you can listen to them over and over again. And if you think about it, if you're going to learn a language, then you sit in an hour's lesson with the teacher and you come away and you can say hello, how are you, and goodbye, and a few other words in that language. And if you don't do anything more, you may well forget it. But if you'd recorded that class and you listen to it again, you'd realise there was bits that you'd not heard before. And so with the beauty of this recording, it gives you the opportunity to listen over and over, because by repetition, it retrains your thinking to think in a much better way. Now, the trance bit is a great one to start if you're a bit lazy like I am, and you just want to put that on last thing at night and go off to sleep. That's absolutely fine. What I would suggest is that you have a plan that you're going to do the whole thing sat upright at some point during the week. You can't overdose on trance. There's no side effects like any drugs. The only side effect is that you could feel better about yourself, because there's plenty of suggestions for the brain to look for answers, for solutions on how to be more calmer and how to be less panicky, and to replace that with a more resourceful response than the panic and the overreaction of the your nervous system. And so the trance is your opportunity to just sit there and relax. If you wake up at the end of it, then you have been in trance. If you don't wake up at the end of it and you fall asleep, then at some point through the trance you fell asleep. And that means that you may have missed some of the suggestions. But don't worry if you don't hear everything or see anything or feel anything. As Paul McKenna says, if that happens, let me know, because you're probably dead. You know, trance is a state when, say, you're driving from A to B and you think, well, how did I get here? Your mind drifted off naturally to calm itself down. So it's natural to do that. It's natural to drift off. It's natural to not hear every word. There's linguistic structures within the language to purposely distract your conscious mind so that I can plant seeds in your unconscious mind about finding ways to be more calmer. If you're listening to this CD, after about a month, if you're starting to predict everything that I'm going to say, then if you've got where you want to be, and that's fine, then you may not need another recording. Or you may decide, actually, I still think I've got a bit to go. And this is why I've recorded products like Overcome Anxiety, Stop Worrying, Create a Wonderful Life, because they will tackle the issue from a slightly different perspective. You know, everybody's different. There's loads of recordings out there. They're all at a really reasonable price. And, you know, they're from the benefit of my experience, which is from 95, I attended a year-long course with Dr. Richard Bandler. I'd done some NLP training before that, a year's course before that. I've done tons of hypnotherapy courses. I've been asked back to assist with Paul McKenna and Dr. Bandler, and I've assisted on nearly 50 courses that are between sort of 5 and 9 days long. And I've taken all my experience from that, plus working with clients, and my almost obsessive need to, what could I have done better? What did I miss with that client? What could I do better next time? And I've put all of that into this recording that, you know, I could easily have transcripted it out and added a workbook and charged, you know, 10 times the amount, because that's how much value is in this product. You've just got to do your part, listening to the trance, working through the exercises, and over time you will overcome this issue. I used to suffer from panic and anxiety many years ago. My big issue was bulimia, and as bulimia's full name is bulimia nervosa, the nervous side of it is also part of it. And I no longer suffer from either the panic, anxiety or the bulimia. And you can turn your life round to make every day a joyful experience where you wake up and you're excited about your day. Isn't that how it should be? Anyway, it's great talking to you today, and let me know how you get on. Bye now.
You're speaking about a group of women, you know, middle-aged and above probably.
And above, yes.
Yeah, finding the words. Tell me a little bit about that project.
Well, as I was sort of doing my own research about menopause and, you know, what we go through as women, and I've always been very concerned and interested in women's health issues. I read a lot about it, and I take care of myself, and so I kind of end up giving a lot of advice to my own girlfriends. And I heard about this condition called dyspareunia, which is basically painful sex caused by menopause. And was very surprised and saddened to learn that a lot of women will simply suffer in silence for years and years and just not have sex anymore, or just not talk to anyone. So I partnered with a company named Shinogi, and we made this website called findingthewords.com. And that's a place where women who think they may be suffering from this can go and find out information about dyspareunia and a new treatment that's come out for this. And it kind of gives suggestions like maybe how to get together with your girlfriends if you're too embarrassed to talk about it, ways that you can bring this up with your doctor, and basically open the dialogue. It's okay to talk about what you're going through, and you're not alone.